Okay, so part 3 of putting on a short clip to YouTube. So as you can see, it's uploaded now because that's gone solid. Sometimes while it's loading, it will clip back, or the clip will show back in videos for some reason. But once it realizes it is a short, that you've done it on landscape and it's only a few minutes, then it will suddenly appear back in your shorts. Okay, so what we need to do now is tell our viewer what it's about. So you get a little bit at the top of the screen here. So we're going to put in here, put in as much information as you can. You've got 100 characters. So what's in the box? Vintage Airfix Westland Wessex. I'll get more detail as we go, but this will do just to show you what to put. Oh, Airfix, not Airfix. Okay, so just type it in there using your keyboard. And then 172 scale, for example, and sometimes helps if you put a kit number. And this is useful if you put a hashtag, which is like your little sort of crisscross. You can put a common word that people will spot on YouTube. So I mean, this is an Airfix kit. People love Airfix, so I'll use that little hashtag there, Airfix. Okay, now you can put the description in as well, what it's all about. What I tend to do is initially copy that bit, paste it into there. And then if you want to put any more in there, which I tend not to really, there's loads of room there. You've got 5,000 characters. I'd keep it simple, but what you can do, you could put in other hashtags, for example, model making, modeling. Actually, probably model making is better so it doesn't get confused with sort of photography or modeling. There we go. Model aircraft, that might be good. Okay, so it will help you find those. All you do is comma, hashtag, which is your crisscross on your keyboard, and start typing it in. So it might be something to do with a helicopter. See if you can find that. There we go, hashtag helicopter. Okay, and that helps viewers. These are like keywords. Now, in addition to keywords, you could add more information in a minute, but I'm just going to tell you about playlists. Now, playlists can be used to separate the content into different areas. I mean, the one I can think of is, for example, I collect plastic kits, I collect die casts, and sometimes brick kits, if you like the Legos and stuff, or Lego kits. So you can actually separate your playlists, okay, into different ones to help, or sort of subjects, if you like, to help your viewers find the thing that they're most interested in. But I tend just to keep it as David Wheeler models. So you click on that, make sure you put a playlist. You can at this point save up here in the top here, but what I find is if you use tags, these also really help your viewer to find your stuff. So for example, you might put hashtag, sorry, you just need to put helicopter as a tag. Don't need to do the symbol this time. Helicopter. And the beautiful thing about this, if you like, is that you can copy these from one clip to another. So once you've got your key ones in, like Airfix, model making, show, display, model club, you can copy and paste them all from one to another. And that's what I'm going to do on this clip in a minute. But for the moment, I'm just going to show you how to do all this. Okay, so that's just one tag. But the more tags you can put in, there is a limit to 500 characters. Then the more, in theory, your viewers will spot it. Sometimes as well, it helps to put something interesting or different in there. You know, if there's something in the news at the moment that's quite popular, obviously being careful to be neutral and not, you know, not have any sort of views. But if there's something in the popular in the music in the world at the moment, like some music, or I don't know, for example, right now I'm filming this, it's the Winter Olympics. I don't think it's cheating at all. If you put that in there, it might help people spot things, and then from there they'll think whether they want to see it or not. So it just helps, you know, if there's a popular tag out there in the world, it just helps to get your clip attention. If that's wrong in any way, let me know and I'll be happy to change it. But I think, you know, you can put popular things in there as long as they're not anything controversial. Once you've done that, you can save it. Just up at the top, I think that was just slightly out of view there. There's a save button at the top. Okay, and then you can go back to your content. And you can see now that's what your customer is going to see. If you want to actually see the clip, to check it, you can double click on it and then see it. But I'm just going to show you one more thing over here on the left. So you click on the clip itself and you click click into what's called the editor. Now what the editor does, I tend not to have too much talking over my shorts, so I'll just add a bit of audio. So click on audio, and then you can choose from a particular type of library. So just click in the library there, give it a minute to wake up. I've got a very old slow machine. And then you can choose what's called a mood or a genre. I tend to choose mood, and I tend to choose chill, because I think a lot of modelling customers just like to have a chill and look at the stuff. You can choose things like happy, uplifting. I tend just to use chill. Click on apply. And then you've got these clips here. So these ones here without the CC are just standard copyright free clips that you can use. Okay, so you can just literally load these. If you do use one with a CC, then all they ask is that you basically acknowledge the person who's written that. Okay, and it tells you what to do there anyway. I tend not to, because there's all these free ones to use anyway. Well, they're all free, but you know what I mean, don't have to acknowledge. So click on your clip that you want to use. Okay, it's just telling you there about YouTube themselves will credit the artist, and fair enough, because these people, you know, provide all this. It's their own material, copyrighted. So click on done. Okay. Did I click on that one? Done. Normally it says it down the bottom here. What have I done wrong today? Oh, sorry, it's not that. It's that one there. Oh no, it's the plus button. I do apologise. So click on add, not the play. That was just the play button if you want to hear it, see what it sounds like. Click on the plus, add, and now you can see it down the bottom here appearing. Sunny travel. Okay. Go back over to here to save. And it just says here, acknowledge that these changes are permanent. And then confirm the changes. And then what I would do just before you set the clip for the whole world to see it, you can go back to channel content and then click on that, and then edit visibility, and then click on public. Now, word of warning here, the minute you click that, the whole world can potentially see this clip. So what I try to do is, before it publishes, one last time, play the clip, just make sure there's nothing in the background. I mean, I've got a little filming studio here, so it's not going to be anything in the background there. I make sure there's a very neutral background. But just if you are in a public place, make sure, you know, when you're filming like a model show or something, just make sure there's nothing in the background that that, you know, could cause any issues really before you publish it. Just a note of warning as well, when you're at model shows, I always ask my model clubs if I can film, and also I tend to try and keep people out of the background as much as possible, you know, because people are being filmed there. It's their, even at a model show, it's their personal space, so I try not to keep showing faces and that in the background. Sometimes it's inevitable, but just make sure that you tell people who you are, where it's going, so that they are aware. And that's it. Once you've done that, you click on update and we're all good to go. Okay, thank you.